Dr. Anita Rothard returns this week to discuss living longer and living better. Welcome back, Doctor. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Now, is it true that staying positive and motivated as you age helps you live longer and better? And why?
Yes, and active. I have to add
active,
that.
okay.
Yes. So a positive attitude certainly helps with everything, okay? But being active is really what your doctors are going to tell you is going to be helpful for you. And a lot of people say, well, exercise. Oh, I hate exercise. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So you have to find some way of staying active that's fun, that's not considered exercise per se.
Right.
And you can do that. There's a lot of things that you can do socially in a group where it gets you up and gets you moving, but it's fun because you're doing it as a group.
Okay.
And
Now, are these things that you offer, or are you just saying in general?
no, these are things that we offer with Never Stop Learning.
Okay.
Our program is really geared for adults who are 22 on up. Our oldest student is 60.
At the moment.
At the moment.
Okay.
And certainly that's not the upper end of age that we will work with.
So what type of activities do you give somebody if they don't like to exercise?
Yoga is great.
So you have yoga.
We have yoga, and that's wonderful for people who don't really like to exercise because it's a relaxation and a stretching.
Okay. Now, do you offer it on the floor? Is it chair yoga? Is it
We have
one or
both.
the other? I love it.
We have both.
That's perfect.
Because there's some people who don't like to get down, or they get down and can't get up.
Yes.
Okay, so we work with chairs.
And a good place to start is a chair because they might get to the point where they can go on the floor and feel
Absolutely.
comfortable. And
Absolutely.
that's a goal, I'm sure.
And we
of
aim
some
for that
people.
because there's nothing worse than falling down and you can't help yourself.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So again, those are skills that you can learn. You can learn how to get up from being down. And there is a trick to it. So we can teach you how to turn over and how to get your feet in the right position and your arms in the right position to help yourself.
Okay. What if a person has a disability or an injury? How do you help people like that get active, and if they need assistance in general?
You know, there's a huge need for programs such as we have for people who have strokes or people who have a hemorrhage of some kind or a heart attack where they can't do what they did before, and sometimes even with seizure disorder. You'll lose some of your memory, some of what you knew before you don't know anymore.
Yeah.
And somehow it's gotten scrambled in the brain. And so we help unscramble and help new parts of the brain learn what the old parts of the brain that's not functioning anymore. And we switch it to a new part of the brain to do that activity. And that can be done.
Interesting.
Yes. So we retrain the brain to take over some of the responsibility of that which was lost. So that's really helpful for people who have strokes, for people who have heart attacks, even for people who maybe have had an emotional breakdown and need to now get back into the swing of things, but they need to do so a little at a time, and they need to do it in a safe environment. So one of the things that we like to say is not only do we show you how to do that and help you do that, but it's a safe environment in which to do it.
Now we're gonna kind of you know, go back over what we've talked about the last couple times that you've been on, and one of the things that I'd like you to share again with our audience is how do you cater to each adult?
We look at each individual's interest area, and we try to develop an interest area that they want to expand on. So I think I told you before, if somebody is interested in dinosaurs, we'll arrange a whole program around dinosaurs.
That's cute.
If that's what they want. If a person is interested in roses, and that's where their interest is, we will design a whole program dealing with painting roses, planting roses, reading about roses, and we'll design that program to show them what they can do with roses.
Okay, and this can be 1 day a week, 2, or full-time?
Right. We've designed our program so that everybody should be able to come and partake of some of this. They can come 1 day a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, or full-time if they want to come full-time.
Okay. What does a day at the center look like, if I may ask?
A day at the center. Okay, well, we open at 8:30 in the morning, and we're there till 5:30. And they can come for all of the day or part of the day, whatever. Some people tire easily and go home early. Some people can't wake up in the morning, so they come in late. That's okay. We work around that. It's an
Right.
individualized program. But we'll start the morning all in a group room. We might say the Pledge of Allegiance, because we have a flag that was donated to us by the American Legion Post.
Lovely.
266.
Uh-huh.
And so we say a Pledge of Allegiance, and we do some yoga and some stretching.
Okay.
And announcements, if we have any announcements for the day.
Birthdays, special
Special events,
Special
birthdays,
events,
congratulations. And then we'll break up into groups so that each of the people will find a group or an activity that they want to do for that day. And so they can choose their own activities and their own plan, their own program
Okay.
as to what they want. So they'll be breaking up into different groups. So some may go to arts and crafts.
Yep.
Some may choose to go to exercising. Some may
Okay.
choose to go to a cooking class.
Yep.
So it'll be up to them to decide where they want to go. So we'll break up into groups.
and maximum of 40 students.
Maximum of
and that
40.
would be basically 10 students per teacher, right? Because you said there
That's-
was going to be four
that's correct.
teachers.
That's
So very small group. There'll be a lot of hands-on,
Yes.
one-on-one. And again, who should attend? Never Stop Learning.
Anyone that has some problems with daily living skills. And I'm not saying disability. I'm saying anyone who has problems
Yeah.
with daily living skills. Maybe their only problem is they don't know how to cope with the frustration they have at home, and they want to learn coping skills. Maybe they have problems with anger and they want to learn anger management in a safe way, one-on-one.
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
You know, maybe they have, there's anger management groups out there, but they don't want to go with a group. They
Yeah.
don't want other people to
Right.
know. They
Right.
want to be able
Exactly.
to deal with that themselves in a
Yes.
private, nice, professional way.
And feel yes, safe and secure.
Safe and secure.
Wonderful.
So depending on what they want to do, we'll have those individual groups. We break for lunch. We'll meet again as a group in the afternoon.
Okay.
And we'll do something together. We might do a sing-along together. We might do a board game together. And then we'll break into groups again for the afternoon.
Okay.
And then usually after about 3 o'clock, it's like I call free time.
Yeah.
So we have videos and DVDs, and we have musical instruments they can play if they want of their own. They can get together and play cards with somebody else if they'd like. So it's kind of a free time
Okay.
for them to do what they like.
Okay, and interact with people, and I think that is such an important part to stress about what you do, is really getting people back on track, staying motivated, and living a longer and healthier life.
Exactly.
Great. Thank you so much for being here. Really enjoyed it.
My pleasure.
And look forward to meeting you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Aging Gracefully on Suncoast FYI. We'll return right after the break.